everyone. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you have your belly stuffed. Well, now let's get on with Geronimo Stilton's chocolate chase. We're really getting on with the mystery, everyone, so stay tuned. In egg napping, I biked and biked and biked until I felt like melted mozzarella. I hadn't realized I was so out of shape. This day had barely started and I already needed a nap. After what seemed like forever, Hercule's office finally came into view. He worked just outside Numa City's port. I turned left and took a deep inhale. But instead of a lungful of fresh, salty air, I breathed in something much yummier. Holy cheese! It was one of my favorite desserts, cheddar vanilla scones. Maybe I should follow that smell. But just then, my cell phone rang and I almost tipped my bike over in surprise. I pedaled to the side of the road and answered the call. Hercule's voice boomed out of me. "What's taking so long, Geronimo? I'm waiting for you, and I need your help." "Be there soon," I squeaked. Not far away, I started another bike station, just like the one near my office. I quickly placed the bike in the rack. I could check out another bike after I visited Hercule. Then I hastily smoothed down my fur and headed to Hercule's office. I knocked and waited to be let in. "Password, please," a voice called through the door. "Come on, Hercule, it's me," I said. "Me who?" the voice asked. "Geronimo Stilton! You asked me to come!" The door opened and Hercule looked annoyed. "You should have said it was you right away. We have no time to lose on silly games." He waved me in and closed the door firmly behind me. As usual, Hercule's office was a total mess. How could he find anything in there? Just the sight of so many piles of stuff made me itchy all over. I scratched my elbow, looked for a place to sit. An old armchair seemed like the best bet, but it obviously hasn't been cleaned in a very long time. It smelled worse than a moldy wheel of brie. But I took a step forward to investigate further, but my paw landed on something slippery and went right out from under me. Whoosh! Gross! Help! That's his room, and here is Hercule. That greedy-looking face. I went tail over ears and landed in a heap in front of Hercule's desk. "Hercule, this office could really use a deep clean, don't you think?" I asked. My friend shook his snout. "No time for that, my friend. We've got more important things to discuss." "Sure," I muttered, picking myself up and removing a banana peel from under my paw. "What's the urgent matter that you need help with?" "I'm glad you asked." Hercule chuckled. "Did you see your sister Thea yesterday? Did she say anything about me? I sent her a basket of grown bananas." "Cheese niblets!" "Are you just telling me that I biked all the way out here just so you could ask me about Thea?" Hercule looked offended. "I just wanted to know if she mentioned me. Those bananas are not so easy to grow. It's an entire tree." I put my snout in my paws. "No, she didn't." "And if that's all you needed to talk about, I really should be going." I turned to leave. "I guess that means you don't want me to help find the world-famous Mossberg egg." I stopped in my tracks. "The Mossberg egg? Isn't that at the museum?" "It's the main highlight of the egg exhibit, which opens tonight. The unveiling is the most important event of this year's spring festival. I'm supposed to write an article about it. It's been egg-napped, Hercule exclaimed. We have to find it before the exhibit opens tonight, or the whole spring festival will be ruined. Rancid ricotta. The egg has been stolen. This is a catastrophe. I pulled my whiskers. Why did you have me come all the way here? We should have met at the museum to save time. Hercule shrugged. You were the one who said you would meet me here. You were in such a hurry to go that I didn't have a chance to explain. Besides, today the streets are blocked off. Remember? I need a ride. Bicycle built for two. Hercule and I raced out to the bike share station. Fortunately, they had several tandem bikes for that two mice could ride on at the same time. Just what we needed. But when I tried to unlock the tandem bicycle from the rack, a little voice from inside the kiosk stopped me. To rent a tandem bicycle, please pay the additional charge, it chimed. What? I cried. I just paid for a Super Mega Deluxe membership. Isn't everything included? No. Please insert your credit card in the slot. Crusty cheese curds. I inserted my credit card again, paid another fee, and watched the kiosk spit out another very long receipt. Finally, Hercule and I were on our way to the museum. With the two of us pedaling, this trip should have been easy as cheesy pie. In no time, however, I was exhausted. At a traffic light, I turned to see if Hercule was as tired as I was, but I saw that he was reading the newspaper. His paws weren't even touching the pedals. Hercule, what are you doing back there? I have to conserve my energy for the mystery solving, of course, he said. Oh, look, the light just turned green. We better get going. I sighed and started pedaling again. As soon as we reached the museum, I jammed on the brakes and sprawled over the handlebars. Leave me here, I panted. I'm as fried as a day-old mozzarella stick. I'm so tired. Nonsense, Hercule cried. Look alive, Geronimo. Here comes Grant Von Paintmouse, the museum director. Here you are, finally. Follow me, the frantic-looking director said, waving us forward. I staggered to my paws and returned the bicycle to the nearest station. I leaned it up against an empty wall and hurried to catch up Hercule and the director. As soon as we entered the main hall, where the egg exhibit had been set up, I looked around curiously. Wasn't anyone guarding the Mossberg egg? Of course someone was, Grant said. But that cheddarhead fell asleep on the job. The thief stole the egg right out from under his whiskers. We had reached the display where the Mossberg egg had been. I could smell a strange, sweet scent in the air. It reminded me of something, but I couldn't quite put my paw to it where it was. What do you think it is? The director pointed at where a perfect oval hole had been cut out of the grass. The oval still rested on the floor. Hercule pulled out his detective magnifying glass and looked over at the scene of the crime carefully. Geronimo, will you take a picture of me for your phone? Hercule said. Do you find a clue you need documented? I asked eagerly. Nope, nothing. I just want Thea to see how handsome I look when I'm investigating a case. Moldy mozzarella. Hercule, is this really the right time for that? We have to find the missing egg. I gestured to my empty display case. But before I could say anything else, my cell phone flew out of my outstretched paws, to catch it before I hit the ground. I lunged forward, bumped into the display case, and smashed my snout. against the marble stand. Yikes, are you okay? The director asked. This display is made of a special material. It's unbreakable, indestructible, and crash-proof. Hercule shook his snout in disbelief. But the thief was able to cut a hole right through it. The director rubbed his whiskers. He must have used a very pure diamond then. It's the only thing that could even scratch this special material. Hercule said. That's our first clue then. And I just found our second one, I cried from the ground. Look! The two of them glanced down to see what I had found. I held up a long blonde hair that had been caught at the base of the stand. Cheesy toast crumbs. Well done, Geronimo. Our thief has long blonde hair and has access to a very pure diamond. We practically got this thing solved. It's a start at least, I said. It's not easy to get your paws on a very pure diamond. We need to talk to an expert. Just then, my cell phone rang. Hercule's eyes lit up like he had just spotted a cheese plate. Is that Thea? Tell her I say hello. I rolled my eyes. It's Creepella, I said before accepting the call. Hello, Creepella. How are you? Geronimo, where are you? She shouted. Are you coming to the egg hunt? I'm busy now. I need to find a diamond expert for a top secret project. Creepella squeaked. Oh, Geronimo, you don't have to be secretive. I can tell you're looking for a birthday gift for me. I gulped. No, Creepella, that's not it at all. It's for something else, something secret. Whatever you say, Geronimo. Creepella said, For this secret matter, you should visit the best jewelry store in town, Moustacular Jewels. Talk to Monsieur Von Gold. He is the best. He'll know just what you like. I groaned. Sorry, Creepella. I think we have a bad phone connection. Gotta go. I turned back to Hercule, but before I could say anything, my phone beeped again. Maybe this is Thea, Hercule cried. It's just a text from Trap, I said, but I have to go see him. But Creepella said we could find a jewelry expert at Moustacular Jewels. You go there, and I'll meet you as soon as I can. That is the end of today's chapters. I hope you enjoyed it. Share this video with anybody else so they can follow along on this nice, cool adventure. Bye!